Hello everyone, a very good morning to you. My name is Edmund and today is a Wednesday, 8th of July 2020. So for the last two market days, we had a very good analysis and pretty accurate outcomes. On Monday itself, we were looking for the US dollar to weaken as the analysis and daily videos was uploaded on Facebook. So at that point of time, we were looking for the US dollar to weaken, and on Monday it did weaken quite a lot. And on Tuesday, which was just yesterday's, during yesterday's analysis and video upload, we were looking for the US dollar to retrace and go back up, and it also went up. Okay, so currently the US dollar is trading in a range and gone quite a bit, but yeah, the last 2 days was pretty good. Although we may feel that during the Asian and also during the UK market sessions, the markets were a bit quiet and slow. However, during the US market sessions, the currency markets and also the commodity markets such as gold and also oil prices came back to life. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the movements shortly, but let us just have a quick look at today's economic calendar. Today's economic calendar is pretty quiet, pretty empty. We just have some minor data coming out from Switzerland, which will be the unemployment rate. And towards the afternoon session from the European Union, we will be having the economic forecast. Crude oil inventories will be announced at 10:30 p.m. tonight. Let us have a quick look and see what are the other economic data announcements which came out yesterday. So over the last 24 hours on Tuesday, July the 7th, Royal Bank of Australia, they maintained their cash rates at 0.25%, no changes there. German industrial production came in at 7.8%. This was below market expectations of 11%. However, it was markedly better than the negative 17.5% reported in the previous month. Okay. So other important data to some small extent from the UK, the Halifax House Price Index coming in at negative 0.1% against market expectation of negative 0.8%. So over here it shows some improvements in terms of the housing sentiment in the UK. Italian retail sales, not too bad. Big jump from market expectations of 15%. It came in at 24.3%, which is pretty strong. And towards the evening session, if you were trading the Canadian dollar, we had the IV Purchasing Managers Index data, again coming in above market expectations. Not only did it beat 50.2, it also came in above 50. Okay, again, any reading above 50 will represent an expansion. And the last economic result yesterday night was the US markets jobs opening and labor turnover survey data. So it came in at 5.4 million jobs being sort of created or opened. So it was much better than market expectations of 4.7 million. Okay. So again, today's economic data is pretty quiet. However, again, as long as the UK and US markets are trading, we still expect markets to have some decent movement. Okay, so just a quick look at today. So here we go, pretty quiet. So I guess today's main economic data, if you're just looking at the economic calendar, will be the 10:30 p.m. crude oil inventories data. Markets are expecting crude oil inventories to come in at a contraction of 3.2 million barrels of crude oil. So we will have a look and see whether crude oil prices will be going up or down later. Okay, so okay, other events which happened over the last 24 hours. Again, we have a recap on the US dollar index, which was mostly strengthening yesterday. Okay, retracing back up, then it came back down and it closed marginally higher. Okay, so that was for the US dollar. The European Commission presented their economic forecast for the year 2021 and also the year 2020. So for this year, the 27 members economic bloc of nations are expecting a contraction of 8.3%, followed by a rebound of 5.8% in the year 2021. A little bit of updates regarding the coronavirus issue in the US. White House Health Advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci mentioned that or updated that the average age of new coronavirus patients has dropped by roughly 15 years compared to a couple of months ago. So this is mainly due to new infection cases affecting youths, youths such as teenagers, college students, or university students. Again, those youths who are doing a lot of social gatherings or events and so on in the US. So again, this of course is not a healthy sign, and hopefully some form of restraint or some form of stabilization will come about from the US soon. So let us move on to the technical charts analysis section.